talk about a team that has only had continuity for the last 25 years. Paul's favorite team in the NFL.
Big time.
His Tom Brady jersey comes out every year. He loves to wear it.
Jeez. If I had one, I'd burn it, man.
You would not burn an NFL jersey.
A Patriots jersey, maybe.
You would not burn a Brady jersey.
Maybe not burn it. That's too disrespectful, but
You definitely spit on it.
I definitely would not let it go in my closet. Ever.
You wouldn't want it to contaminate your other clothes.
Yeah, exactly. A little bit toxic.
Promotes cheating and other things that I don't believe in.
There you go. You put it that way.
But for the Patriots, like, we could talk about the Chiefs. I think, let's hit the Chiefs first because they're quicker and kind of easier for this. The Chiefs are back to being a Super Bowl threat, and if I was them, I would love that no one is paying any attention to them.
Yeah, this is the perfect time in the year to start peaking.
I love that they brought back Spencer Ware.
Oh yeah, I think that was huge for them. Their receiving core is starting to be all healthy now, and that's huge as well. And their offensive line has came back together. So
it's crazy how quickly people forget about Mahomes, man. Like,
he is unbelievable.
Like, as good as Baltimore has been this year, I can promise you they don't want to see 15 on the other sideline for that AFC title game. They want it to be 12 for New England, which is weird to say, but they do not want 15 to be over there.
Oh, yeah, not a chance.
Because there's a world, no matter how bad this Chiefs defense is at stopping the run, where the Ravens could drop 40 points and still lose because Mahomes drops 50 on them. Kind of like the Saints-Niners game.
Yeah, he's such a special talent, and considering that he's not even being watched by a lot of people right now, I think that's quite interesting because, yeah, he's so good.
Yeah, he's been. I just love that they aren't getting the attention that they deserve, man. They're just so quiet, and they're definitely going to beat someone. I really think they're going to be in the AFC title game. I've thought that for about 2
I think so as well.
About 3 weeks now that once we've confirmed, I think that New England isn't who we thought they were. I thought they were the obvious team to take their place, and they showed it this Sunday.
Yep, 100%.
Let's talk about the Patriots. We've kind of avoided it jokingly, and then talking about the Chiefs first. So let's do it. Let's dive into the Patriot mess right now. Brady looks old is definitely the first thing that's obvious about this team. But I don't even think that's the biggest issue with this team, because even if he looked old, I think they could still find a way to win games. He looked old last year. The problem with this team is they have no receiving threats at all. And without Gronk, who added an elite extra blocker, teams can just stack the box on them and not allow them to run the ball. And because they have no running game, it just kills them.
Yeah, they
because that's where they excelled last year, was the run game and play action in the playoffs. And everyone keeps assuming they're going to get it back, and I don't really understand why.
Yeah, they're not the team they were last year. They're very different this year. They don't really have any weapons on offense. Of course, getting rid of Josh Gordon, getting rid of Antonio Brown, both those things seem absolutely insane at this point. They make no sense to me why they would have done that.
The Josh Gordon was weird.
And it's only been hurting the team. I love to see it as a Patriots hater. And yeah, Brady hasn't looked good. I'll put it that way. He has not looked good. Of course, you say it's not a big problem, but Brady has been the lifeline for that team for the past 20 years. They've thrived off of him always being one of the top quarterbacks in the league, and he's too old to be a system QB anymore. He just can't get the ball downfield. You put any other quarterback in that system, they probably have 12 or possibly 13 wins this year, in my opinion.
Yeah. The problem with this team is their receiving core is horrible.
Mm-hmm.
And so like that's why I'm not even 100% concerned about Brady looking old, because like
they may have a bad receiving core, but you also need a guy that can get those.
I know
any receiver the ball past 30 yards down the field.
Trust me, like
Brady just can't do that.
Like I know that, but like he looked old last year. Like people were in denial on that, but like they still were able to get it done because their receiving core was, although it wasn't as talented as the rest of the league, like it was not a great receiving core.
Mm-hmm.
They still had a high level of chemistry with Brady, where I don't think I've ever seen Brady where they just cut to him repeatedly throughout the game, and he just has this look on his face where he's like, where are you going? like I've never
He needs an elite talent with him, and that's what he doesn't have. I wouldn't classify Julian Edelman technically as an elite talent even. Rob Gronkowski is the reason why that team succeeded last year, and without him, they've been exposed, and honestly, Brady's arm isn't as good as it was even last year at this point.
Yeah, the problem was when they had Gronk last year, you still had to respect him.
Exactly.
Even though he wasn't as talented as he was in his prime last year, he was washed last year. Let's be real. Yep. But like you still had to respect him. The thing is now there's no one on the field other than Edelman you have to respect.
Yeah.
So teams are just doubling him, and so Brady is like they're basically just saying they're doing the Belichick to them, where they're saying, we do not believe you can beat us if we take away this player.
Mm-hmm.
And so far, the Patriots have yet to prove that they can beat anyone once you take away Edelman. Like,
yeah, they're very one-dimensional on offense, and they're relying on they were at least not as much anymore, I think, but at the start of the year, relying on a guy that couldn't really pass the ball. So
it kills them because in the last 3 drafts, they've missed high picks.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Sony Michel pick is a miss, whether you want to admit it or not. As a Patriot fan, he's been brutal this year.
Yeah.
And N'Keal Harry is finally doing something. Like he should have scored that touchdown yesterday, but that was his only catch. So back-to-back years having a first-round pick who barely contributes when you're trying to win a Super Bowl is not ideal.
It's definitely not a formula to succeed.
Yeah, that's not one of those this is how you win a Super Bowl formulas. That's pretty much exactly how you draw it up how to mess it up.
Yeah.
So I think man, if you're a Patriots fan, I don't know how you're not at least a little bit worried.
Yeah, I would be definitely. And I think most Patriots fans are. I mean, go on Twitter and they're so mad about everything. I mean, that Boston sports privilege is finally starting to be a bit of a lesser thing here, and the fans hate it. I think every other sports fan is quite happy about it, though. So
yeah, you really just hate to see Patriot fans booing their team.
Oh, dude, that made me so happy.
The best part was it was deserved.
Yep, 100%.
Man, that's what you get. Like, you can hate Boston fans, but you gotta love that they've been freaking amazing for 20 years. The Pats play 3 inconsistent games in a row and a bad half, and they're booing them. They do not care. They don't care it's Tom Brady out there and Bill Belichick. If you are not playing up to the Boston standard, they will boo you. Like, they don't care.
That's so true.
It's amazing. Let's move on to